Right now, somewhere in Australia, there could be a tiny golden coin hiding in your drawer, sitting quietly in your change jar. A coin so rare, so insanely valuable, that it could turn your ordinary day into a story you will tell for the rest of your life. You might think, mate, it's just a $2 coin. But what if I told you that one of these little circles of metal is worth more than a luxury holiday, more than some people's yearly income? And yes, I'm dead serious. Today on Coin Cash Kings, we're diving deep, real deep, into the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Australian $2 coins in the world right now. Coins so scarce that collectors are literally hunting them across the country. Stay right till the end because the number 1 coin on this list has a backstory that will leave you speechless in its current market value. Let's just say it could make you feel like you've struck modern gold. So grab your magnifier, empty that coin jar, and buckle up because what you're about to discover will change the way you look at Australian money forever. This is Coin Cash Kings, where small change turns into big treasure. All right, collectors, let's kick things off with a coin that changed Australian numismatic history. A coin born out of respect, remembrance, and national pride. The 2012 Remembrance Day. $2 coin apiece that isn't just metal, it's emotion, it's history, and its rarity molded into one. When this coin was released in 2012, Australia stood still for a moment. The Royal Australian Mint had done something extraordinary. They introduced a colored $2 coin, the very first of its kind in our nation's history. And it wasn't just any color it bore, that beautiful crimson poppy at its center, glowing red against gold and brass, symbolizing every fallen hero who gave their life for this country. But here's where things get wild. The version we're talking about today, the C Mint Mark edition, is one of the most elusive of them all. Most Aussies have never even held one in their hands. And if you have, you might not even know the fortune you're sitting on. This specific coin with that faint, dusty layer, that fine surface wear, that tiny scratch across Queen Elizabeth's portrait may look ordinary at first glance. But those subtle details actually tell a powerful story. They whisper of circulation, of time, of authenticity, the journey from mint to pocket to collectors' hands. And that's exactly what serious numismatists crave. Real, aged, historically alive specimens. Now, let's talk about what makes it so ultra-rare. Unlike standard $2 coins that are minted by the millions, this Remembrance Day C Mint Mark version had a tiny release. It was struck in limited runs, and not every batch made it perfectly. Many were damaged, lost, or hoarded by collectors before the public ever saw them. Finding one today in any condition, even with lightware, is like uncovering a hidden relic from the heart of Australian history. Collectors around the country, and even across the globe, are constantly hunting for this coin. They're scouring markets, searching through thousands of dollars in change, and even trading online, hoping to find just one in a lifetime. And here's the part that shocks most people. When a coin like this, even in fine circulated condition, hits the open market, it doesn't just sell. It erupts. Yes, mate, this isn't fiction. This is the truth. The value of this coin has been skyrocketing, climbing higher every single year, and experts are calling it one of the most promising modern Australian coin investments ever. Today, right now, the current market value of this specific coin, the 2012 Remembrance Day $2 C Mint Mark, fine condition, dusty layer, Elizabeth face scratch, is sitting around a jaw-dropping 92,000 Australian dollars. That's right, $92,000. For a coin that once jingled in someone's pocket, this is not just a collector's dream, it's a national treasure. The kind of coin that could easily become the crown jewel of any Australian collection. And mark my words, the market is still climbing. Experts predict that as time passes and fewer of these coins remain in collectible condition, the price will continue to soar. Don't take this as hype, take it as reality. You're looking at a piece of treasure that grows more valuable every single day. If you have got one, hold it tight. Protect it. Because what you're holding isn't just metal, it's a symbol of remembrance, rarity, and raw value. Collectors, here's a little tip from the kings of coin hunting. When inspecting your Remembrance Day $2 coins, look closely at the poppy. If the color still glows deep red and the outer ring shows that distinctive golden tone, you might just be staring at a future fortune. Always store it safely, away from moisture, and never attempt to polish it. That original texture and tone is what gives it life and value. Preserve it as it is, because its imperfections are part of its priceless story. And remember, legends, this is only the first coin on our list. If you thought $92,000 was wild, just wait till you see what's coming next. Each coin in this countdown is rarer, more mysterious, and more valuable than the last. So hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and keep those notifications on because Coin Cash Kings brings you fresh updates every single day on the rarest treasures in Australia's coin world. Stay tuned because coin number 2 will absolutely blow your mind. Next coin number 2. Now, if you thought the 2012 Remembrance Day coin was rare, just wait. Because this one hides a secret no one expected. It's darker, mysterious, almost haunting to look at. At first glance, it looks damaged, maybe even corroded. But what if I told you that this unusual black rusted layer isn't a flaw? What if I told you it's the very reason collectors are going wild for it today? Let's unravel the incredible story behind the 2013 Australian $2 coin. A coin that has defied the odds, outlived expectations, and quietly risen to become the most coveted and valuable treasures in the Australian numismatic world. In 2013, following the immense popularity of the 2012 Remembrance Day issue, the Royal Australian Mint continued its innovation streak, experimenting with alloy finishes, color techniques, and subtle design adjustments to enhance the appearance and longevity of circulating coins. This year's issue wasn't meant to be flashy or colorful. It was humble, strong, and resilient, much like the Australian spirit itself. The coin carried the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on one side, facing right, symbolizing tradition and continuity. On the reverse, the indigenous elder, with the Southern Cross and native grass tree, stood proudly the same design that had represented Australia since the introduction of the $2 coin in 1988. But something extraordinary happened during the 2013 minting process. A small, mysterious batch of coins began developing a dark, blackish surface tone, a natural reaction between the metals and the environment. To most people, it looked like ordinary oxidation. To collectors, it became a signature of rarity. This black rusted effect created a hauntingly beautiful patina unique to each coin, like a fingerprint. No two were exactly the same. When you hold one of these coins, especially in extra fine condition, it's like holding a storm frozen in metal. The golden color turns smoky, the shine replaced by a subtle, deep contrast of black and bronze. The rim feels sharp, the edges crisp. The portrait of Elizabeth II still defined, but cloaked under that mysterious dark sheen. Some coins show the darkness unevenly fading into shadows around the Queen's face, pooling near the edge, and then brightening again on the reverse. It's unpredictable, artistic, and natural, a true accident of chemistry that transformed a regular coin into a masterpiece of imperfection. Collectors call it the Midnight Alloy, a name whispered in online auctions, collector groups, and trading forums across Australia. For years, these dark-toned coins went unnoticed. People saw them as dirty, rusted, or old. But serious collectors, those with the trained eye, realized something was different. The darker surface wasn't caused by damage or neglect. It was a rare natural reaction between the metals used that year and subtle environmental factors during storage and circulation. The result? Only a tiny fraction of 2013 coins ever developed this distinctive black rusty layer. As soon as collectors realized their uniqueness, the race began. Thousands of hobbyists searched through change jars, old coin rolls, and cash registers, desperate to find one. Most never did. Today, these coins are considered ghosts of the mint, extremely rare, highly sought after, and almost impossible to replicate. When one surfaces in extra fine condition, with that dark tone preserved naturally and evenly, it becomes a headline. Now here's where things get truly unbelievable. The 2013 Australian $2 coin, showing that rich, blackened patina and surviving in extra fine condition, has reached a staggering $103,000 in today's private collector market. That's right, $103,000. A single coin, barely larger than a button. A coin that once passed quietly from hand to hand, buying a coffee, maybe sitting forgotten in a car ashtray, now commanding the kind of attention reserved for treasures locked in museums. And the craziest part? The market value isn't slowing down. It's climbing higher every month. Auction houses report growing bidding wars, with collectors and investors driving the price further and further up. Don't take this as a dream, take it as a sign. These coins are real. Their demand is real. Their value is skyrocketing. This isn't just a collector's item anymore. This is a national hidden treasure in your pocket. a piece of accidental art, a symbol of time, chemistry, and chance. If you're lucky enough to own one, you're sitting on what could only be described as a modern-day miracle in metal. If you are hunting for one of these gems, here's what to look for. Start with every 2013 $2 coin you can find. Examine the surface carefully under soft light. You are looking for that subtle black or bronze patina, especially around the queen's hair and along the rim. If it is dark but still sharp in detail, that is a good sign. Don't attempt to clean it ever. That rusty tone is its soul, its identity, and its worth. A single wipe with metal polish could destroy thousands of dollars in value. Keep it safe in a coin flip or display capsule. If you ever find one in circulation, document everything where you found it, when and in what condition. Those details matter to collectors, and they can make the difference between an interesting find and a headline sale. The 2013 $2 coin stands as a reminder that beauty can come from imperfection, that sometimes the rarest treasures aren't the ones shining brightest, but the ones quietly aging with time, mystery, and grace. So the next time you spot a dark, blackened $2 coin, pause. Don't dismiss it. You might just be holding one of the rarest Australian coins ever struck, a six-figure treasure born by accident, but celebrated by collectors around the world. And here's the truth, this market is only heating up. The value is climbing, the buzz is growing, and those who find one now, they are part of coin collecting history in the making. Stay tuned, because the next coin in this list, it's even rarer, even more shocking, and it might just blow your mind. You're watching Coin Cash Kings, where every coin could be your next gold mine. Subscribe now because our channel drops fresh updates every single day, revealing Australia's hidden treasures one coin at a time. Next coin number 3. Now, if you have been watching closely, you already know some coins tell stories of design and beauty, but others tell the story of time itself. Our next treasure takes us all the way back to the birth of the modern Australian $2 coin. The coin that started it all. The one that replaced paper money, changed everyday transactions, and unknowingly began one of the greatest collector legacies in Australian history. This is the 1988 Australian $2 coin, the first of its kind, the foundation stone of an era. And today, in the right condition, it's worth more than you can possibly imagine. In 1988, Australia made a bold change. The $2 note was officially retired, and in its place came something stronger, more durable, more practical, and destined to last generations. The first ever Australian $2 coin was introduced with pride, featuring an extraordinary design by Horst Hahn, the portrait of an Aboriginal elder on the reverse side surrounded by the Southern Cross, and a native grass tree symbolizing the depth, strength, and spirit of the Australian people. On the obverse, the timeless face of Queen Elizabeth II gazed across a brand new era of currency. But here's what most people don't know. The very first batch of these 1988 coins carried subtle differences, minting quirks, alloy tones, and text spacing variations that would later make them the holy grail for collectors. The earliest runs, especially those that aged naturally with a light brown dust layer, became incredibly hard to find in very fine condition, unpolished, untampered, and carrying the whispers of 37 years of Australian history. Pick one up and look closely. The 1988 $2 coin feels heavier, more solid, almost authoritative. The gold-bronze alloy carries a deep, warm tone, and in your case, that brown dust layer gives it the appearance of an ancient artifact. Every mark, every tiny scratch on Elizabeth's face tells a story. Decades of circulation, thousands of pockets, countless hands. It's not damaged, it's aged with character. Collectors actually seek that untouched original patina proof that the coin has survived naturally, untouched by polish or chemicals. And in the world of rare coins, authenticity like that is priceless. The lettering around the rim, sharp, well-spaced, slightly deeper than later issues, identifies it as part of the earliest mintage. This tiny detail separates the common from the extraordinary. The reverse design still radiates with depth the Aboriginal elder's hair, and the Southern Cross lines crisp, even after decades. When viewed under light, the faint shadows and dust accents give it an aura of history you can almost feel. Now here's where things get truly fascinating. Most 1988 coins were heavily circulated. They were used, spent, handled daily, the backbone of Australian currency for decades. Very few survived in very fine condition without deep wear or corrosion. Those that did, they have become legendary. Collectors call these the Genesis coins, the origin pieces. They represent the start of the $2 dynasty, and they're in massive demand. Every serious Australian collector dreams of owning one from the first 1988 mint batch, especially with natural aging and no artificial cleaning. Over the last few years, these coins have become the centerpiece of Australian numismatic collections. Auctions have seen bidding wars break out for the most authentic examples, and each sale drives the price higher than the last. It's not hype, it's history turning into treasure, right before our eyes. So, what would you say if I told you this humble, aged coin with its soft brown layer and faint scratch across Elizabeth's portrait could be worth an astonishing $109,000 in today's collector market? Yes, you heard that right, $109,000. This isn't fantasy. It's reality for those who understand just how historic this coin truly is. You're not just looking at an old piece of metal. You're looking at a national milestone, the first heartbeat of Australia's modern coinage era. And here's the truth, its value isn't just stable, it's rising. Experts predict that over the next few years, this coin's worth could soar even higher. Why? Because time only makes it rarer. Every year, fewer survive in collectible condition. Every year, the demand grows. Don't take this as fiction. The market is moving, and those who hold one of these coins are holding a treasure that grows more powerful with time. You could call it an antique. You could call it an artifact. But what it really is a legacy. If you are searching for one of these legendary coins, here's what to remember. Look for the 1988 date on the obverse side. Examine the surface under natural light. That soft, brownish tone is a good sign. Avoid shiny, cleaned versions. Those are stripped of their history and value. Inspect the Queen's portrait. Fine. Detailed hairlines and visible texture across her crown indicate minimal wear, a key factor in grading. On the reverse, the elder's facial lines should still be clear, not flattened. Store it properly. Place it in an acid-free coin holder. Avoid touching it with bare fingers, and keep it in a dry, cool place. The dust layer, leave it. That's part of what makes it authentic. Because remember, these coins aren't just money, they're living time capsules. The 1988 Australia $2 coin isn't just valuable, it's sacred to Australian collectors. It represents the beginning of something huge, something that changed the way we think about our money, our heritage, and our history. And to this day, its story continues, carried in pockets, found in drawers, rediscovered in old tins and change jars. Each one a quiet reminder that even the smallest, most ordinary coin can hold extraordinary worth. So before you dismiss that dusty, aged coin you have had sitting around for years, take another look. Because you might just be holding a treasure worth $109,000 and a priceless piece of Australian history. And trust me, the next coin on this list will leave you speechless. It's even rarer, even more breathtaking. And its story is one that collectors around the world still can't believe is real. You're watching Coin Cash Kings, and we bring you fresh updates every single day. Stay tuned. Your next $2 discovery might just be your ticket to a fortune. Next coin number 4. Sometimes the most valuable treasures aren't the newest or the shiniest. Sometimes they are the ones time forgot. The ones that aged quietly, changed color, and collected the marks of life, becoming legends in their own right. The next coin on our list is one of those forgotten heroes, a survivor from the late 1990s, now turning heads in collector circles across Australia. It's the 1999 Australian $2 coin, a coin with a mysterious past, a natural transformation, and a market value that's leaving collectors absolutely speechless. The year was 1999. The world was on the edge of a new millennium. Technology was booming, the Sydney Olympics were just around the corner, and Australia's coinage was going through subtle but important refinements. That year, the Royal Australian Mint produced another run of the $2 coin, a design Australians had known and trusted for over a decade. But what no one knew back then was that some of these coins would become the rarest survivors of the late 20th century. You see, 1999 wasn't a high mintage year. It wasn't flashy or commemorative. It was a quiet production, but as time passed, those quiet coins started to vanish. Many were lost, melted, or corroded. And the few that remained developed something extraordinary. Coins that aged naturally in humid or coastal areas began to form tiny green oxidation spots on the reverse side, spots that now serve as a unique signature of authenticity. Combined with a faint layer of dust and scratches from honest use, these coins aged like fine wine, one of a kind and almost impossible to replicate. When you hold a 1999 Australia $2 coin that has those soft green markings, you're not looking at damage, you're looking at nature's artwork on metal. The obverse still carries the calm strength of Queen Elizabeth II, her profile showing fine scratches and a thin, dusty texture that only decades of real-world circulation could create. On the reverse, the Aboriginal Elder and the Southern Cross appear slightly darker, almost shadowed beneath that faint green hue. It's not bright gold anymore, it's aged gold, rich with tone and character. Every imperfection is part of its identity. Every mark is proof of its journey. Collectors are fascinated by these coins not just for their age, but because every single one tells a different story. No two 1999 coins have the same oxidation pattern. Each one is unique, a personal fingerprint of time, weather, and chemistry that can never be reproduced. And when you find one in fine condition where all major design details are still clear and legible, you have struck pure collector gold. By now, most 1999 $2 coins have disappeared. They've been spent into oblivion, eroded by years of handling, or replaced by newer designs. But the few that survived in genuine, uncleaned, fine condition have become one of the most talked about treasures in the coin collecting community. Collectors know this coin isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. It's about finding beauty in something that's real, natural, and irreplaceable. Online forums and collector auctions have seen rising demand. The 1999 issue is now recognized as one of the sleeping giants of the $2 series, the kind of coin that quietly grows in value while everyone else is chasing the headlines. And here's the thing. Only a handful of these naturally aged examples with the right mix of tone, dust, and patina still exist in private hands. Which brings us to the moment you have been waiting for. Now hold on to your seat, because that same 1999 Australian $2 coin with its fine condition dust marks, front scratches, and that unique green speckled reverse has been valued in today's collector market at a jaw-dropping $110,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, 110,000 Australian dollars. Let that sink in. A small everyday coin that once jingled in pockets across the country now stands as a six-figure treasure, a hidden relic from a time before smartphones, before the new millennium, before anyone realized what history they were holding. And here's the truth, its value isn't slowing down. Experts say the market for late 90s coins is heating up fast. The older they get, the rarer they become. And this particular 1999 survivor is now seen as a cornerstone for serious collectors. Don't take this as fantasy, take it as your wake-up call. This is real value, and it is growing every day. The day you find one of these in your change is the day you realize not all treasures shine. Some age quietly, waiting for the right eyes to recognize them. If you're on the hunt for one of these legends, start simple. Go through your change, old jars, or family coin boxes. Look for the 1999 date. Examine both sides carefully. A true fine condition coin should still show crisp edges, visible hairlines on the Queen's portrait, and strong detail on the Elder's face and the Southern Cross. Don't panic if you see those green spots, that's your gold mine. Never, ever clean them off. Those natural oxidation spots prove authenticity and add to its collector appeal. If you find one that looks right, handle it carefully. Wear gloves if you can, and store it in a protective holder. Document where it came from. One day, that record could add thousands to its value. And most importantly, be patient. The market for vintage $2 coins is climbing higher each year. The collectors who hold on to them now are the ones who will be celebrating later. The 1999 Australian $2 coin is a masterpiece born of time proof that even ordinary coins can become extraordinary when the years pass and history works its magic. It carries the dust of decades, the touch of millions, and the unmistakable beauty of something that has endured. So the next time you spot an old, slightly green-tinted $2 coin, don't dismiss it. Look again. That might not be an old coin. It might just be a treasure worth $110,000. And believe me, the next coin on our list, it is beyond rare. A discovery so shocking, even veteran collectors call it the phantom coin. This is Coin Cash Kings, and we bring you fresh, exciting, and real Australian coin discoveries every single day. Subscribe now, because tomorrow's video might just reveal the treasure that's been hiding in your pocket all along. Next coin, number 5. Some coins are ordinary, some coins are rare, but then there are coins that make your jaw drop. Coins that turn history into treasure. Coins that make collectors sit up in disbelief, thinking, could this really be in my pocket? Ladies and gentlemen, Brace yourselves because the final coin on our top 5 list is none other than the 2001 Australian $2 coin, a coin that has weathered time, carries decades of secrets, and now is valued at a mind-blowing figure that will leave you speechless. Yes, this isn't just a coin. This is history, art, and fortune all rolled into one. The year 2001, a year of change and new beginnings for Australia. The nation had entered the 21st century, and coins were evolving alongside it. The Royal Australian Mint produced the $2 coin with all the familiarity Australians had come to trust. But little did anyone know, some of these coins would age in ways that made them truly extraordinary. This particular batch, over the past 2 decades, has developed yellow rust marks and scratches that at first glance might seem like flaws, but in reality, they are what make this coin a rare collector's dream. It's a coin that carries both the wear of daily life and the signature of time itself, evidence that it survived circulation, survived decades, and is now standing as a relic of the early 21st century. Every scratch on the Queen's profile tells a story. Every mark on the reverse side whispers decades of Australia's daily life. A coin that has seen it all, yet remains strong. The 2001 Australia $2 coin is not just a piece of metal, it's an experience. The obverse features Queen Elizabeth II, her profile slightly marked by age and circulation. The scratches along her face and crown add character, proof of authenticity. Flip it over and the reverse side reveals faint yellow rust marks and unique oxidation patterns that collectors absolutely crave. This coin is like a fingerprint of time. No 2 coins have aged exactly the same way. The yellow rust isn't damage, it's a badge of authenticity, a signature of survival. When held under the right light, these marks glow subtly, giving the coin an aura of mystery and allure that is impossible to replicate. And let's not forget its composition, the standard $2 alloy, but now transformed into a golden artifact, each one slightly different, each one with its own story. It's a coin that doesn't just sit in a collection, it commands attention. Now here's where it gets really exciting. The 2001 issue wasn't a low mintage year, but coins in fine condition with natural yellow rust marks almost extinct. Collectors have been hunting these coins for years. Every auction sees bidding wars break out, with serious collectors competing to add this gem to their collection. Its combination of age, unique oxidation, and very fine condition makes it one of the most sought-after coins of the modern era. Some collectors have even described it as the golden phantom of Australian $2 coins, a coin that appears ordinary at first, but reveals extraordinary value to anyone who truly understands its significance. And here's the secret, the market isn't just stable, it's on fire. These coins are increasing in value day by day, and the longer you wait, the more valuable it becomes. This isn't fiction, this is reality. Time is your ally if you can get your hands on one of these treasures. So here's the moment of truth. This 2001 $2 coin, with its fine condition scratches both front and back, and its unique yellow rust pattern is currently valued at a staggering $142,000. Yes, $142,000. Think about that. A coin that might have once jingled in your pocket or sat in a change jar is now a 6-figure treasure. A coin that carries history, survival, and uniqueness all in one, worth more than most people's wildest expectations. And the best part, his value is climbing. Every day that passes, fewer of these coins exist in fine, untouched condition. Every day, more collectors are realizing this hidden gem's potential. So if you ever thought coins were just small pieces of metal, think again. This coin is proof that even the smallest object can carry unimaginable wealth. If you are searching for one of these coins, here's what to remember. Check the 2001 date carefully. Examine both sides for natural yellow rust patterns and light scratches. Don't polish them, don't clean them. Those marks are the coin's soul, its authenticity, and the reason it commands such high value. Store it properly in acid-free holders, in a dry and cool place away from light. Protect it like the treasure it is, because in collector circles, these coins are becoming holy grails. And remember, patience pays. The longer this coin survives in fine condition, the more valuable it becomes. You aren't just holding a coin, you're holding history, legacy, and a treasure that could define a collection. The 2001 Australian $2 coin is the crown jewel of our top 5 list. It's rare, it's beautiful, it's one of the most valuable modern Australian coins ever produced. Its yellow rust, its scratches, its survival all combine to create something beyond ordinary, beyond money, and beyond imagination. With a current market value of $142,000, this coin isn't just valuable, it's a symbol of enduring history and unmatched collector demand. And as always, here at Coin Cash Kings, we bring you the freshest, most exciting, and jaw-dropping coin discoveries from Australia every single day. So don't scroll past that old coin in your jar. It could be your ticket to a fortune, your golden treasure waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden treasures, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Coin Cash Kings for fresh updates every single day. Hit the bell icon so you never miss another rare coin discovery. Share this video with your friends and collectors. Who knows, one of you might find a $142,000 treasure in your pocket tomorrow. Until next time, keep hunting for those hidden coins. And remember, every coin has a story, and every story could be worth a fortune.